So we kind of want to do just two little quick topics of discussion. So mine, it's going to be topical. A travesty. I haven't seen it, but I feel totally justified saying that a travesty called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles just hit the movie theaters. It actually bumped Guardians. The second week Guardians was out. First week Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles by Michael Bay was out. That's terrifying because everybody knows Michael Bay makes movies that are complete shite, and everybody still goes to see those movies as if just to complain about them or something. Just don't see them, and maybe he'll stop raping these properties from our childhood. You know, Transformers is terrible. I don't see them. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I'm sure, is also terrible because, again, I feel like
that's
I'm just
Megan Fox. That's a
well,
plus. I'm
okay.
gonna be the yang or yang,
but playing April O'Neil, I feel like that's wrong.
Dude, her playing anything is fine by me.
Okay.
I didn't go see it though.
I'll drink to that. No.
But let me just defend Guardians because that's what I do. So yeah, the opening weekend of Ninja Turtles, it was the #1 movie. Guardians was #2, but
Guardians
keep in mind, Guardians was out for a week already.
Yeah.
And Guardians smashed. It's going to be the #1 movie of the year.
Yeah, right.
You know that.
It's
like,
already
all
the
year
#1
long
of the summer, so that's cool.
But #1 of the year.
That's awesome, man. And that was Mike's picks on the first and previous half pint
challenge
was Guardians.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to rescoop.
So I just wanted to talk a little bit about the brilliant IDW Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles book that's out right now. It's been coming out for about 2 years. They're on issue 37, so that's probably over 2 years. See, it doesn't see. I guess maybe almost 3. It is, originally the Turtles were created by Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. And they've kind of gone through some permutations. What people don't realize about the original black and white series, it wasn't for kids. The Shredder was in it for about
1 issue. And then came back for number 10.
Well, there was the Return to New York storyline, which is like my all-time favorite, where there was the different Shredders because they were feeding Worms his corpse and trying to make, because Worms, whatever.
He dies at the end of the first issue, though.
Yeah, he does. So, and there was no Krang, and
it was a parody of Frank Miller.
It was a parody of Frank Miller. Well,
the foot, the hand.
Exactly. Daredevil had the hand. Exactly.
Yeah.
But so anyway, so it's gone through several permutations. In the 90s, Eric Larson did, he produced, I guess, a book.
Yeah.
I forget who wrote and drew it. It was a black and white book, picked up the continuity. I thought it was fantastic. It ended. Then it went back to Peter Laird, I think, for a while. And there have been a couple permutations that I lost. But so this one that IDW is doing, Kevin Eastman is in charge, and he's,
Is he writing it?
He's writing it. Sometimes I think he's maybe doing more plot than he's doing like the scripting. Mm-hmm. But he's hands on every issue, and they basically took all the different variations of the mythos and combined them and streamlined them with the advantage of hindsight, kind of the way Mark Millar redid the Marvel Universe for the first 2 Ultimate books. And this book is literally like every book, it's on par with Walking Dead, where every book is like, oh my god, that was awesome. Even if it's not some huge cliffhanger or whatever, they just always manage to either pull some character from the past. They've slowly taken their time. The newest issue, 37, was fantastic because they actually had Shredder and Krang, and these aren't the cartoon versions, meet up, and they're basically like, this is the first time they've really met, and it's like maybe there's going to be an alliance here, and then things don't go the way you think it's going to go. But that's how the book is. They constantly defy expectations of what has come before or what it seems like is going to happen.
The Technodrome, right?
Yeah, but it hasn't. You haven't seen it yet.
Oh.
It took them 27 issues maybe to do Rocksteady and Bebop, who weren't in the original book, I don't think, at all. But again, they've taken...
Has Vanilla Ice been in it yet?
No, thankfully. And please, Mr. Eastman, don't do that.
I think they should. put him in there.
I don't think they should.
Put him in prison.
I don't think so. Well, no. It'd just be...
baseball
Although I will say, Bryan Cranston and Heisenberg and Jesse were in an issue, just briefly. There was a cool little, like, all the crime lords in New York were meeting, and Shredder was announcing he basically owns the town, and there they were, because of course, even though that's like New York and they would be in New Mexico, but whatever.
It's all good.
So, but yeah, seriously, don't go see the movie, or if you did and you're still like, why did I give that guy my money? And you like the Turtles, this is good. If you grew up with the cartoon, you'll dig it because there's elements of that being worked in. If you grew up like I did with the original black and white, you'll dig it. If you grew up with any of the permutations after that, you'll dig it. It's just really, really good. And there you go.
There you
what do you got?
I got very little, man. I just have the smell of old comics. Is what.
Now
I
this is great. So Mike shows up and he's like, I don't really know what I want to talk about for the half pint, and he's smelling comics. I'm like, you do that too? And he's like, of course, they're old comics.
Something I do, you know, like whenever it goes in the grading of a book. When I pull it out, it's like, it's there are two smells I really appreciate in the world. There may be four.
You may not. I don't know if you want to.
We
list
won't
them
name
all
the
by
other
name.
ones,
Okay.
but one of them, the best smell is the smell of old pulp. It's finer
Let me
than
get a hit
any.
off- let me get a hit off
Let me
that.
get you a fresh page. Hold on. It's better than any perfume, any cologne. Let's get.
And I believe you're smelling not just the newsprint. Like I believe David,
Probably
you
the
mentioned
ink.
David in the audience mentioned the newsprint, but there's
The
ink
acid.
and there's glue involved too.
I don't
In
know if
some
there's
capacity,
glue,
right?
maybe, but there's certainly
mean-
like acid because these books they get tan. You know, you want some more?
Well,
Here,
so
snap
it's
into a
acid.
Slim
So
Jim.
should I rip a piece off? and put it
No,
on my tongue?
don't eat it.
No?
No,
Okay.
just smell it. Just smell it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's a good smell.
All
And it,
right,
you know,
all right. Be a lot
I remember
cooler
like
if you
going
did.
to there was this place called City News in Sandusky, Ohio. It was downtown Sandusky,
Ohio represent.
and they sold cigars in there too. And they had a newsstand, a spinner rack, and they had these like cherry cigars that would overwhelm all the aromas in the room. And that cherry cigar smell would get into the pulp of the paper.
That's beautiful.
When these comics were brand new, and back in the day, like when comics were brand new on the stands, like these, they would kind of have this like sort of air. They would be like this. You know, they weren't flat like they are now. They, you know, like the Oprah Book Club over here. So they were kind of like that. You know what I mean? Like, and you'd pull them off, and they had a little air in them, and that cigar smell, which now, oh man, they just smell so good. Anyway. So here's to the odor of comics.
To the odor of comics.
Of old